Hey, welcome back to Shane's Soldering Station. You might have noticed today I don't have an electronics to fix today. Today I got a special guest. This is Dave. Say hi, Dave.
Hi, everyone.
Dave and I are going to do a review on Marvel Cosmic Invasion today. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Shane, you've done a bunch of game reviews. When are you going to do some repair stuff? And I'm like, I'm going to get back to the repair stuff. Amiga video coming up. Dave's not going to be here for the Amiga video, but Dave's going to watch the Amiga video.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
Yes, he is.
I already liked and subscribed. You should, too.
Yes, exactly. Like and subscribe. Always do that. It's good. Especially please hit the like button because it definitely helps the channel out, gets that up in the algorithm. So, today, Marvel Cosmic Invasion. We put some time into this. I've actually got to finish it. Dave's still working on it.
Still working on it, still unlocking stuff.
But we got some gameplay captured for you, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. Okay, Marvel Cosmic Invasion just came out recently. It was developed by Tribute Games.
Published by .emu. Also, the publishers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Turtles.
And, dude, that Turtles game was baller. You can't beat the arcade classic type of games that have been coming out lately. These games are going to be the ones that are kicking some ass and stuff because it's nice. They come out and you don't have to download a 58 gig update for it. Just go and play, right?
Really good. We had like a renaissance the last 5 years of these new beat 'em ups between like Streets of Rage, Double Dragon Gaiden. Even when like Sonic Mania happened.
Yeah,
that was
Sonic Mania was it was kind of a great revival for these classic games. We're kind of on a retro run right now in video gaming, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So, getting down to the game, it is an action beat 'em up, and we got couch co-op, online co-op,
And crossplay.
And crossplay. Crossplay is awesome. Tried the crossplay of me and another friend, because I bought it for the PlayStation, and then he has Xbox Game Pass, so we tried going through there. We linked up, characters were able to move around, but unfortunately, the chat didn't work. So, not sure if that's something that they've gotten fixed. That was about a week ago. Something you guys can check out if anybody wants to crossplay.
So the big bad of this game is Marvel's Annihilus. He's bringing back a lot of the old villains you might recognize, which we won't spoil any. But the Marvel heroes, what I've seen, some good and bad, mixed together to stop that. So there's a good collection of characters in this, and there's some you have to unlock too.
Yeah, which is great. Once you hit certain levels or beat certain bosses, they'll actually become playable, which is really great. We'll go and name some of the characters, and we won't spoil all of them because there are some that you get to unlock and stuff. We're keeping it fairly spoiler-free. We played, since I've already gone through all the way of the game, we kind of played through some of the levels just to kind of show the backgrounds and stuff like that. So we'll drop some of the names of the characters, and you'll get to see in some of the gameplay that we're going to show you here.
Quite a good amount of varied locales and environments and such are all over the game, which is nice because it keeps it, refreshing. Each stage isn't the same. Between some of the areas have some side-scrolling and vertical scrolling, and enemies and stuff coming from different angles, which is definitely cool.
Yeah, very cool. And there's definitely a lot of obstacles and hazards in the environment. You can easily fall off ledges. There's your typical holes. Anybody that's played Turtles or any kind of beat 'em ups in the arcades back in the day knows about all the little pitfalls and good stuff that they put in there. And you've got the elevator level. Unfortunately, I didn't grab any footage from that, but it's there. You got your elevator level, so have no fears about that. The only thing there wasn't the subway level.
Oh,
no
yeah.
Subway level, and you got some different locations.
Asgard, the Sentinel Factory,
New York City, and there's a bunch more that you'll get to see. We're not going to name them all, but you got some good locations. A lot of them that you got to see through the MCU movies and stuff, which are pretty cool.
There's really destructible stuff too. Like there's trash cans, crates to crush to get power-ups and items out of there.
Yeah, good findables all over the place. Under different find crunched up squares of old Sentinels that you got to break apart. Wooden barrels, trash cans, the usual tropes in the classic beat 'em up arcades. All right, so getting into the graphics of this game, and the graphics are just awesome. Pixel art, and you gotta love the pixel art. It's reminiscent of the old classics, like the arcade classics, X-Men versus Street Fighter, Children of Atom, games like that. But I mean, my God, the frames of animation that these characters have.
Yeah, the sprite works great. Everything's really fluid. All the collision detection when you're hitting enemies. Everything's really natural and very fluid. Everything looks really smooth in the backgrounds and stuff too. But yeah, the characters alone too look really good.
Yeah, highly detailed, and some of the best stuff is, I mean, a ton of enemies on screen at once, and then you pick two characters when you're starting off the game, so you get to swap between two heroes that throughout the game. So you can have up to 4 players, and then each player has 2 characters, and that's a lot of madness and mayhem going on the screen at once. No lag, no slowdown, just nice, crisp, readable action.
Yeah, performance is great. I definitely liked how it played. The variety with the characters, like you were mentioning, though, choosing your tag teams. You had said you always like to have a flyer and then at least one really good ground person, because some characters can fly, like Storm, Phoenix, and just hover, like Iron Man especially.
Mm-hmm. Iron Man, yep, definitely a good choice for the characters.
But that alone, that mix-up is really nice, and I think feeds a lot into the replay value on top of characters leveling as you use them. You know, it's not just a one and done. They get more passive. They get a passive ability eventually. They get more health. They get more attack and stuff too. And it's subtle, but it's really nice because it keeps you coming back. Like I find myself firing the game up more than once every so often instead of just, like I said, a one and done. Like,
absolutely, it's one of them great games too that if you don't want to get into a game, you know, you're like, I just kind of want to play something real quick, put in a couple rounds, and then be done with it. I mean, these beat 'em ups, you can't beat it. You know, it's being able to switch off. And another nice thing too with having all these characters is there's different challenges throughout each stage. So you might have to kill 10 enemies doing with an ability with one character. So that's kind of nice, especially if you're playing with more than one person. One person can kind of swap it off who's going to take up the challenges.
well, that's a good point too, because I think it forces you to try the characters. Because I got pretty gung ho on a few characters, and I was even mentioning to you when I realized, I was like, she can throw. She has invincibility frames when she's starting up some animations and throws, and you'll see in the gameplay she's bouncing characters around. And that's the thing too, is you recommended a character that I didn't try too, and I think it's really neat that way, that the story challenges you to do those objectives, like 10 repulsor blast with Iron Man, and then you check mark them. So like, if you like finishing things, that's fine, but if you like a lot of, like, I'd say the extended amount of gameplay you get out of it, like replay value wise, is definitely the strong suit of this compared to what I would say compared to Turtles. I felt Turtles really good, but this has way more replay value to me. That's why this is, to me, one of the probably the best modern beat 'em up short of Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with the leveling, being able to level up your characters, and then the different team ups, you know, because there's a lot of great mix and matching. There's some that just don't work well with each other. That's unfortunate. You know, me and my other friend that played through it, we found that out getting towards the end of it and stuff, that because we wanted to kind of just try all the characters as we were unlocking them and going through the game, you know. But there were some that just don't match up, and it is, if you do get it, keep that in mind. For me, because you got a lot of flying enemies in this game, and some of them are just a pain in the ass, unfortunately. But you want to have a good ground character. Wolverine,
That's amazing.
Lord howdy, the Wolvie is awesome, and he looks just like they pulled him right out of the arcades and stuff. So that's great. Can you think of anything else? I mean,
Well, there's a lot to it with each character has a varied set of moves. Like a lot of the good ground characters have upward punching attacks, and then a lot of them have downward attacks too. So you have a good amount of range and stuff. And you can obviously too make use of the environment. Some areas will have a turret you can activate by starting an attack on it, and it'll shoot, and enemies can get hit by it. Kind of reminds me of the old days when you'd aggro an enemy in Doom, and then the enemies would start shooting each other. So it's kind of that thing. It's the environment sometimes can hurt the bad guys, so you can kind of lay off and go into a different lane and start working on another enemy or help or grab food, you know, because that stuff pops out of creeps.
yes,
Gotta heal up.
exactly.
It's good. It's It's a good game though. What did you think of the sound in the music overall? Like the punchiness, the music. Like what? Any strong suits or?
The sound is great. It's got great music in it. I was hoping, because like the games of, like I mentioned before, like X-Men versus Street Fighter, and those games, they had that real just kind of slap you in the face, exciting music that kind of kept you just jacked as you're playing. I mean, you didn't even need to be beating up a character, and that music just had you pumping. On this, it's good, but it kind of falls short, I think, on that.
I think that's fair. Because you speak of like in high regards to that Capcom era. Like that's just an amazing era of the 90s and the Capcom beat 'em ups and fighting games.
The whole Q sound.
Q sound, yeah.
With Capcom in the arcades back in the 90s. That was something else.
Treated it as something premium then. I think the music's fine. I think it's good. I think it's catchy enough.
Yeah.
I think the sound effects are the strong suit of the sound as far as like the crunchy noises with the attacks and the punching and sometimes the laid over dialogue that the characters will have when they take each other in.
Give them a taste of vibranium. My daggers must be charged.
Yeah, the voice acting, solid. Really solid voice acting, and which is nice too, is they brought back a lot of the original voice actors for like Wolverine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because he did the voice in the animated series and
X-Men
then
97?
and in the arcade games.
Okay.
So they got him back.
Get up out of you. You're playing my game. I'm playing it rough.
I'm unfortunately brain farting at the moment. But I know they brought a couple of the original voice actors back that did the respective voices back in the day for either the arcade and the cartoons. Super cool on that. But yeah, like you mentioned, sound effects, when you're hitting stuff or pulling off like big major combos, it has serious weight to it.
Web cartridges are running low.
When we were playing earlier, I had to have the sound turned up with the subwoofer on.
You're howling.
When you're bouncing stuff off of because the juggling the characters or enemies around, just you can't get enough of it. You'll spend 10 minutes just bouncing 3 dead characters around, racking up those combos, which is fun.
You're right. You make a good point because that collision detection is something that I think a lot of people just assume is going to be programmed really well into stuff. Because I played a good amount of beat 'em ups in the last 5-10 years that you're getting stunned by doing anything and everything. You're not getting a chance to start up a move or anything. But the collision detection, all the system for movement in the lanes and everything is really smooth. I think that like the hitboxes, all that feels great. Especially like you said about juggling, delaying moves like Captain America's disc throw. You can keep sending it up to kind of keep, not letting a character hit the ground, almost like Tekken style. That's always fun because you can tag together and keep kind of comboing characters up, which hits your overall score way up if you keep a combo going. Because if you get hit once, your max combo meter resets. Which,
Yeah. That's always kind of that's always a bummer in games. You're like, oh, I was so close playing a couple nights ago. I was close to hitting that 200 combo.
Ooh.
Just like one of the stupid flying ones.
Yeah.
Just, came out, knocked me over, and it's like, start over. But that's the fun of it. Starting that whole combo over and getting them just kind of bouncing around. So I mean that kind of leads us into the gameplay itself. Solid gameplay. You can't ask for anything else. There's no delay in moving your characters around when you're hitting a button.
Dashing, jumping, and then the dodge roll, and of course too, some characters have a guard. There's a parry system obviously involved too, which I'm mad at, but you can dodge roll and stuff too, and a lot of characters you can get moving, even slower characters can get moving too, pretty quick. But yeah, like that. Feels good.
Yeah, the combat is awesome. It's no one's gonna shame you for button mashing.
Yeah.
Because that's the fun of these beat 'em ups. You're gonna pull off some crazy stuff just button mashing. And that makes it all the more fun, I look at it as being at the arcade and you're pumping quarters and you want to get as far as solid gameplay. Controls are really nice, and it just feeds that fun factor of like you're getting what you want out of it. The hitting the enemies and stuff just you feel the weight of it. I guess that's a really good thing to kind of put towards it. Everything has weight. It doesn't feel light.
Yeah, it's really well programmed. I think the game overall is definitely worth playing, and I think as a package, it has a great amount of value. I know it's only available digital right now, which I'd recommend it at any price. It sounds like next year they're doing physical, which we were kind of thinking potentially they'll add some more characters, maybe Cyclops, and add more characters into the physical edition they do next year. So maybe there'll be some DLC they do early next year, and they'll incorporate that in the as a coder on the cartridge or disc or something included on the pressing of the game, which would be really cool. Because I want to own this physical. I like this game.
Yeah, we're both like very much onto having physical games. But yeah, as touching on what you're saying, I'm hoping that's what they're gonna do when they drop this physically, is to have even more characters, because when you're playing through the game, there's characters that you're gonna meet that you don't necessarily unlock, so you know they're there.
Maybe make them playable.
Sprinkle them in there later. Let's hope. Yeah, because that'll just even feed more into the replayability of this game, and it has a ton of that. Anytime I'm bored or something, I want to just throw something in or play something quick. Just easy, like I mentioned before, you can't beat these types of games for that.
That's really good. This is one of the better ones I've played in a bit. I can't recommend it enough.
So get a friend, have them over, get on touch with them. Why am I doing the call thing? Who does this anymore? Aging myself with that one. Get them on the internet and be like, hey, let's play some Marvel Cosmic Invasion, because it is worth every dollar. Every dollar.
Get this game.
Get it. And if you're a physical hound, get it when it comes out physical. So anyways, I think that's all we really got for today. We played through an awesome game. Go check it out. It's $30. I'm at 98 subscription here. Still haven't hit that 100. Go for that that contest.
Share with your friends.
Win a My Play watch. Go for it.
That's still going.
It is still going. I had 2 people left. I want to give away this watch to a subscriber, so go check it out. And until next time, keep that solder flowing. Catch you later. Dave, say goodbye.
Bye, Dave.
Until next time, catch you later.